P-Town Week in Review, June 18th to the 24th. So this week on P-Town we had 5 rides go out. We started off Monday with the Graveler down at Bald Eagle State Forest. Tuesday we were out at Slocum. Thursday we were up Mountaintop on the roller coaster Dead Deer stuff. Friday we had a P-Town route, and then Saturday we were back on the gravel due to rain. So even with those rides, still not quite a lot of material, so the video's not as long as you would think. We said that last week that due to the intensity of the rides kicking up as summer goes on here, the opportunities to stop and shoot some footage is starting to dwindle a little bit as the speeds pick up. But we do have some, so here we go, starting out with Monday at Bald Eagle.
It's gonna be a good day.
So loaded up and headed down to Bald Eagle, headed down Route 80, and there you're looking at the first climb you have to do right up Mile Run Road. Everything down there just awesome as always. I did a little bit of exploring this time and tried some different routes. So here's 2 versions of that story. One afterwards with the map when I was sane, and then one version immediately after the ride when I was still seeing Jesus. So I was exploring a little bit, and I was riding some stuff that I wasn't on before out there. And then originally, as I said, the idea was to do a mountain bike ride after the Graveler. So I got to this point right here, and to the left here, this top mountain trail was one of the single track trails that I was going to ride. But just investigating it quick, I don't know, it looked like an overgrown logging road, and that was it. So I'm not sure once you get in the woods more if it turns to a single track or what. But at that point, since it was wickedly hot and I was already kind of a little bit tired, I decided to just make the gravel ride a little bit longer. So I decided to adventure out this Nittany Mountain Road here, which takes you all the way out to the eye of the mountain, and it's a dead end, and then comes back, and then the car was down here. So I figured on doing that. I said it was a 4 miles out to there, so that would be another 8 miles for the ride, and I'd be good. But I started going out this guy, which is a different color, which the map says that was a high clearance 4-wheel drive road. So I was like, whatever. So I started going out it, and it was pretty brutal for the gravel bike. So I climbed the whole way till the end, and I kept pushing. And then I got to the end there at the eye of the mountain, and it sucked. You couldn't see anything anyway, so it was worthless. And then at that point, I couldn't bring it to myself to ride that road again 4 miles back, because as difficult as it was to climb, going downhill on it, I think would have been even worse. So not on this map, but the new road now continues. So I pulled up my phone quick, and I saw it on there. So this road continues, and it was freshly graded, like they put a cell tower or something up there that they had a road for. So I took that guy all the way back down off this drop off here, and I got on one of these roads here, I don't know, and I weaved my way through this little town, and then I had to take this guy. It was about 7 or 8 miles back to where I was parked right there. And of course, headwind in my face, blazing sun, so it was a little bit of a miserable less track. So lesson learned, Nittany Mountain Road, you're done. I don't think I'll be on you again.
Well, just finished up at Bald Eagle again with the Graveler. You know it's a good day when you're happy to see the car, and I was so happy to see the car. I was doing a little exploring on my own, and ended up on this one thing that wasn't on the map, but on the phone it said it was there, so I took it. And ended up a little farther away from the car than I wanted to be without water. And I had a relatively flat last 6 miles or so to get back to the car with a headwind, of course. So that was a little brutal. I brought the mountain bike as well. I was thinking about doing a little circle on that, but I think we're gonna call it quits for today. I passed the 2 trails that I was gonna ride, and they didn't even really look. They look like a grown-in forest road kind of. So I'm not sure if they turn into something better once you get into them. But since I'm kind of spent already, it's not worth the secondary exploration today. So I think we're gonna pack it up, head home. Maybe Leo will want to ride when I get home there. See you later.
Here's the scene from Slocum on Tuesday. Didn't have any footage from this ride.
Just leaving Slocum Tuesday night. Had a good ride. We had myself and Nick ended up on the Hammer crew, and we also had Stein and Joe, mother effer, made a appearance. First time since last year, I think. So we started out with the 4 of us together. But then Papa Stein was hurting from the big 100-mile adventure on Sunday still, and he put in 200 miles last week. So him and Joe, who hasn't ridden in a while, they ended up splitting off and did their own ride. And then we also had Larry, Leah, and biker Dave and another group cruising around. Even with those thunderstorms last night, everything was good. No wet spots even at all to worry about. No trees down, which I was worried about because that seemed to be a big problem out there this year for whatever reason. Every little storm that comes through, we have a couple of trees to cut out. But everything was good, riding nice. Even vegetation wise is just about all clear. A couple stray pickers here and there, but we got them cut back pretty good. Heading back to the house now, or ditching the checkerboard. What? But just myself, Stein, Leah, and Joe were interested in going anyway, and we still have a bunch of leftovers at the house from Father's Day, so we're gonna head there for dinner.
Thursday, did a mountain bike ride up in Mountaintop. Jim, Janik, and I did the roller coaster route. So we started at Bentley's and then climbed back up all the way to the top of the parking lot up at Brown Street, and then did the regular ride back through from there. Good loop. Surprisingly not as bad of a climb as I would have thought going up roller coaster. But we got that done, and then when I came home, also went out on a graveler with Leah and Jess. So I do have some footage from that.
Just about finished with ride number 2, double dipping on the day. Did a elevator and a roller coaster this afternoon, and then came back to do a prisoner with Leah and Jess Lee Hindler to cap off this beautiful Thursday evening. So waiting here at the top of the beautiful climb up to the triple intersection. We'll see how they feel. Let's see if we could catch up with them as emotions run high at the top of the climb.
Congratulations. How does it feel to be an All-American?
Very good, sir.
How does it feel to be an All-American?
Pretty damn good.
Congratulations. How does it feel to be an All-American?
It's an honor, sir.
How does it feel to be an All-American?
Pretty good.
Congratulations. How do you feel?
I gotta pay.
I love America. I love red, white, and blue. Preferably all together.
Friday had a good ride on P-Town. We had Ed, Kevin, Mike, Leah, Jess, Jedi, Murphy, Larry, and myself. And I parked down the bottom due to having a gig later on, so I had to bail kind of midway through the ride-ish to get down there to that. But afterwards, everybody hung out as usual. It was a good Friday night. Rain came Saturday morning, so we decided to switch over to a graveler. So we had Ed, Kevin, and myself ride out to Red Subs, and we met Leah and Stein in the parking lot out there, and then did the Sweet Valley loop from that point on. So here's some footage from that. And then of course had to do the beer stop at Mountain Fresh. So we picked up a brew and had it outside there. And then finished up at Red's, and since we were parked there, went inside and said hello and got some pizza. Well, that's going to be it for this week. Another one in the books. The next couple weeks coming up are going to be interesting. This week we have the big Massachusetts road ride trip. And then after that week, I'm going to be on the Susquehanna River. And then after that, whoa, we're already at Mountain Bike Weekend. So we'll see what happens with the next 2 weekend reviews here. I have to remember to leave a camera behind with Leah to pick up the action that goes on in our absence. But till then, we'll see you next time.